made any real changes here.
End around and a flea flicker and a double pass. Not going to happen. But Wilkins will get some decent yards.
Told the defense to bite on the play.
There's Wilkins going to throw it out on the flat to Kyle Williams. And Kyle Williams lost the ball. Loose. Who's going to get there? I think Mario Richard cuts up across the 20 to about. Second down at 7. Here comes an NC State blitz. Wilkins picks it up. Fires deep. Man there and knocked out. Arizona State 44% on their third downs this year. As Wilkins drops, steps up in the pocket, now he's going to try to do it with his legs, and he does it nicely.
You know, it breaks down.
Kyle Williams now, when they end around, run out of bounds.
Well, they call him no names next year, but they feel they'll be athletic enough to replace him.
Wilkins, I think that ball was tipped en route by. He picked it up with his legs last time. Empty backfield. Wilkins down the middle this time, and
boy, Kevin last year a little bit disappointing. Then the football team, you know, had a couple upsets there. I don't know, upsets or not, they had good giving the program space and letting it happen with these guys and this coach.
Wilkins in trouble. That might be one of the bunch. Arizona State 3rd and 16. Wilkins going deep, double coverage in the 7-yard line. Trying to develop a ground game and get something going, and that was
find both tackles to the right side this time, and they run right.
Richards almost looked like he got face masked near.
They can run the ball here today.
And from the 38, little play fake, and now some trouble for Wilkins, and down he goes. State with a delayed blitz. Wilkins loads, fires complete, but not enough for the first down as John. They'll run it, and wow, that was a bolt of lightning. Gary, that put Richard over the 1,000-yard mark for the season, and they'll give it to him again for 3 more rushing games to end the regular season. And they're going to use him some more. He backpedals for about 5. He screen. Wilkins was looking that way, and now deep middle. Got his man. First down. 18-yard pickup. That was a delayed handoff to Balaj. Fakes it to Balaj. Wilkins tried to run it himself, and he's dropped.
The formation is forced North Carolina State to go man-to-man coverage to him.
Straight down the middle with a throw. Just off the fingertips of
the way college football is.
Fake and end around to go straight up the middle for 2 or 3. Quarterback's been hot. Comes a quick blitz from NC State. He's had to throw.
Times it out. Boom. Forces 2 offensive linemen to take him. Blows up the play.
Here they come again. Wilkins has to let fly before he wants to. He got it out there, and it's a first down.
Slamming you into the ground.
Now back to the ground they go. And fakes it to Balaj and airs it down the middle. Oh, what a catch!
Holy cow!
Wilkins throwing all the way on this one and got it out to Harry again.
Same thing. Manny Wilkins right now is.
Here's the fade to the corner to Harry. Got it! Now Wilkins just going to flare one out. Balaj with a hurdle down the sideline.
Well, NC State.
Wilkins has to step up in the pocket. He's going to get buried by Kent. Takes a timeout.
As we talked about, Nick Chubb is a great football player, but was not a one-man defensive line or a front set.
Not a bad comparison. Wilkins on a little slip screen to Kyle Williams.
Yes, they did. Had a NC State will stay in zone.
Manny Wilkins scans the field, trying to find somebody open, and throws it away. Wilkins going to go deep middle. There it is. Got it to Newsom. State's football program. Wilkins play fake down.
Short to Harry and got to catch it.
They're going to go back somewhat the same type of play, but I'm sure he'll be back in football quickly.
Yeah, he's a lifer.
Yeah, he's a lifer. He's a football coach. 3rd down and 8. Going deep. This guy catches everything, and he's got another one.
And again,
34-yard reception.
You got to make it tougher on the quarterback. You cannot give him a pre-read and know you can just...
1.8 yards a carry today for the Sun Devils. Flare it out. Trying to get Richie as he's up on top. They're going to come back this way. Tip ball intercepted. Picked off, going the other way. Nick McLeod in a foot race right now with the quarterback. All the way down to the... Wilkins deep middle, overshot everybody.
Movement right here, right before, yep, right there, right before the snap, and those are usually called
by everybody on our crew. And there's the toughest run of the day probably for a Sun Devil. It's Eno Benjamin. We'll go back to it in a second, but that's the one that Dave Doran said is still stuck with him this year. Benjamin, another tough run. And if they play like they did today in the future, they're going to be a tough out for everybody in that conference.
Who actually had 4 sacks before he was let out from Arizona State. Will be back.
Yeah, Korupka.
Next step on defense.
Now there's Benjamin again, spins his way for about 4. Mario Richard comes back in. Wilkins throw complete out. Richard, these guys aren't giving up.
No, and this is...
He rolls out, and now hurdles for the touchdown. And Wilkins in trouble, got away from it, steps up, and throws a dart right down the middle.
He feels the pressure. Now watch him maneuver. One way, then back the other way, work his way up in the middle of the pocket.
But he gives them the first down and another chance in the red zone. Wilkins down the middle, got his man, touchdown.